Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to challenge you to take a long, hard look at your mind. Not at the world around you, not at the circumstances you find yourself in, but at the one thing that shapes everything you do, your thoughts. Imagine for a moment if every single day you could press a reset button in your mind. Imagine if every distraction, every doubt, every fear could be cleared away, leaving behind only clarity, focus, and unstoppable energy. What would that do for your life? What would that do for your relationships, your work, your goals, and your dreams? The truth is, the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your daily mental habits. And just like any muscle, your mind needs training, cleansing, and conditioning. Today, we're going to explore habits that don't just improve your day, they transform your life. Habits that bring peace to your mind, laser-like focus to your actions, and the kind of unstoppable momentum that makes success inevitable. This is not about luck. This is not about waiting for the perfect moment. This is about taking control of your inner world, shaping it, and unleashing the power that's already inside of you. By the end of our time together, you'll see that peace, clarity, and unstoppable success aren't just possible. They are inevitable when you choose to commit to daily mental cleansing, discipline, and intentional action. The power of daily habits in transforming your mind and life is nothing short of extraordinary. Every thought, every action, and every decision we make sets into motion a ripple effect that shapes our identity, our energy, and ultimately our destiny. Habits are the invisible architecture of our lives. They either build a strong, resilient foundation or slowly erode our potential over time. The beauty of daily habits is that they compound, just like interest in a bank account. Small, consistent actions performed each day may seem insignificant in isolation, but over weeks, months, and years, they accumulate into massive results that are impossible to ignore. Consider the mind as a garden. If you water it with positive thoughts, intentional focus, and uplifting routines, it grows vibrant, healthy, and full of life. If you neglect it, allow weeds of negativity, distraction, and fear to take root, you find yourself overwhelmed, stagnant, and constantly struggling to keep up with life's demands. What makes daily habits so transformative is that they give you control over this process. You cannot always control the circumstances of your life, the behavior of others, or the challenges that come your way, but you can control how you respond to them, and you can choose the actions you take every single day. These choices, repeated consistently, create a new identity, a new level of confidence, and a new trajectory for your life. Habits are also the bridge between intention and action. We may have dreams, aspirations, and even detailed plans, but without the consistent practice of supportive habits, these ideas remain abstract. It is the repetition of small, intentional actions that converts potential into reality. Daily habits are not about perfection, they are about commitment. They allow the mind to operate at a higher frequency, to prioritize what truly matters, and to eliminate distractions that steal energy and focus. When you establish a pattern of daily rituals that promote clarity, focus, and mental calmness, you begin to experience a life where decision-making becomes effortless, creativity flows naturally, and your energy levels remain high. These habits become the scaffolding for your success, providing a structure that supports growth, resilience, and achievement. Over time, you start to notice the subtle shifts, the way challenges feel less overwhelming, the way opportunities become more visible, and the way your confidence and clarity increase exponentially. Developing these habits is less about grand gestures and more about consistent, intentional choices that honor your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. This process creates a sense of empowerment because you realize that no matter what external circumstances arise, you've cultivated the inner tools to navigate them with precision, calm, and unwavering focus. When your mind is trained, disciplined, and nurtured through daily practice, it becomes a powerful engine that drives your life forward, ensuring that every thought, action, and decision aligns with your ultimate vision. Intentional mental cleansing is one of the most overlooked yet powerful tools for achieving clarity, focus, and unstoppable momentum in life. Our minds are constantly bombarded with information, distractions, and emotional clutter that slowly erode our ability to think clearly and act decisively. Every worry, every negative thought, and every unprocessed emotion creates friction in the mind, reducing our energy and weakening our capacity to perform at our best. Mental cleansing is the practice of deliberately removing these obstacles, creating space for clarity, creativity, and high level decision making. It begins with awareness. recognizing the thoughts, beliefs, and patterns that no longer serve you. Many people live on autopilot, allowing mental noise to dictate their moods, reactions, and choices. By consciously observing your mental landscape, you can identify the sources of tension, fear, and distraction and take steps to release them. Techniques for mental cleansing vary, but the underlying principle is the same. Give your mind the opportunity to reset, recharge, and refocus. This can be achieved through practices such as meditation, journaling, focused breathing, visualization, or simply taking moments of stillness during the day to observe your thoughts without judgment. The power of this practice lies in its compounding effect. When your mind is cleared of clutter, every action you take becomes more intentional, every decision becomes sharper, and every interaction becomes more impactful. Mental cleansing is not a one-time event, it is a daily habit that creates a fertile ground for success. It allows you to prioritize what truly matters, cutting through distractions and focusing on the actions that yield the greatest results. Emotionally, it brings peace and stability because you are no longer weighed down by unresolved stress, negative self-talk, or the chaos of external demands. Mentally, it sharpens focus, allowing you to harness the full power of your cognitive abilities. Physically, it translates into higher energy levels and resilience because mental clutter consumes emotional and physiological resources. Over time, individuals who practice daily mental cleansing report a heightened sense of presence, an increased ability to solve problems creatively, and a stronger connection to their goals and purpose. By committing to this practice, you are not merely reacting to the world, you are actively shaping your internal environment to support your highest potential. This internal clarity acts as a catalyst for external success, because when the mind is clean and focused, actions align naturally with intention, momentum builds effortlessly, and obstacles that once seemed insurmountable become manageable challenges that can be addressed strategically and confidently. Mental discipline is the cornerstone of peak performance, and its impact stretches far beyond simple productivity or efficiency. It defines how we navigate life, respond to challenges, and achieve extraordinary results. The human mind, left unchecked, tends to drift, react impulsively, and succumb to distractions, doubts, and fears. Without discipline, even the most talented individuals find themselves trapped in cycles of inconsistency, frustration, and wasted potential. Developing mental discipline is about creating a structure for your thoughts, emotions, and actions so that they consistently align with your highest priorities. It is the ability to focus intensely on what matters most, even when faced with temptations, interruptions, or discomfort. One of the most powerful aspects of mental discipline is that it enables control over reactions. Life will always present stress, uncertainty, and unexpected challenges, but disciplined minds respond deliberately rather than react reflexively. This control creates stability, allowing you to make decisions that serve your long-term vision instead of being hijacked by temporary emotions or fleeting impulses. Mental discipline also reinforces consistency, the bridge between intention and results. Dreams, goals, and aspirations are meaningless without sustained action, and it is discipline that ensures daily behaviors align with desired outcomes. Small, disciplined steps taken consistently compound over time, transforming ordinary efforts into extraordinary achievements. Beyond productivity, discipline enhances resilience. When obstacles appear, a disciplined mind perceives them as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable problems. It cultivates patience, determination, and persistence, all of which are essential traits for navigating the inevitable ups and downs of any meaningful pursuit. Moreover, disciplined thinking sharpens focus, allowing you to prioritize the tasks and decisions that have the greatest impact. In a world filled with noise, distraction, and constant stimuli, the ability to direct your attention intentionally is a competitive advantage. The development of mental discipline requires practice and self-awareness. It involves recognizing when your mind drifts toward negativity, procrastination, or distraction and consciously redirecting it toward constructive thoughts and purposeful action. Over time, these mental muscles strengthen, creating a mindset that is resilient, adaptable, and capable of sustained high performance. Individuals who cultivate this level of discipline experience a profound shift in both personal and professional arenas. They act with clarity, lead with confidence, and achieve results that once seemed impossible. The mind becomes a tool of precision, capable of cutting through chaos and uncertainty with laser-like focus, and every thought and action becomes a deliberate step toward success. As discipline deepens, it transforms not just behavior but identity, instilling a sense of mastery, self-respect, and the unwavering belief that you are capable of achieving what you set out to accomplish. The consistent application of mental discipline produces compounding advantages, enhancing creativity, decision-making, emotional stability, and the ability to execute complex goals effectively. Small, consistent actions are the hidden force behind extraordinary achievements. While many people chase big breakthroughs, massive changes, or sudden bursts of motivation, the truth is that lasting success is rarely born from one monumental effort. It is the repeated, intentional choices made every day that accumulate into remarkable results. Each action, no matter how small, carries energy and momentum, and when compounded over time, these tiny steps become the foundation for transformative progress. Imagine a drop of water falling on a rock. At first, it seems insignificant, almost invisible. Yet over time, with consistent persistence, the water carves through stone. Similarly, in life, small daily practices, whether cultivating gratitude, reading a few pages of a book, exercising, or organizing your thoughts, may seem minor in isolation, but their cumulative effect can reshape your entire reality. Consistency is the secret ingredient that transforms potential into actual achievement. The challenge is that humans are wired to notice immediate results, and when the benefits of an action are not instantly visible, it is easy to lose motivation. This is where discipline, commitment, and vision come into play. By focusing on the process rather than the immediate outcome, you train yourself to value progress over perfection. Over time, these small intentional actions build habits that become automatic, creating a self-reinforcing cycle of growth. Momentum is another powerful outcome of consistent effort. Once you establish a rhythm of taking meaningful daily steps, the energy created propels you forward, making it easier to tackle bigger challenges, maintain focus, and overcome obstacles that once seemed overwhelming. Moreover, small actions allow for adaptation and learning. Each step provides feedback, insight, and clarity, enabling you to refine your approach and make incremental improvements. This iterative process builds mastery, resilience, and confidence because success is no longer a distant, abstract concept. It becomes tangible, measurable, and within reach. Small actions also reduce overwhelm. Big goals can feel daunting, paralyzing, or even impossible, but when broken into manageable, consistent behaviors, they become achievable and sustainable. By focusing on what you can do today, right now, you harness the power of presence and control. Emotionally, the practice of consistent effort strengthens belief in your ability to influence outcomes. It shifts your mindset from one of passivity, waiting for circumstances to change, to one of proactive creation, where each day becomes an opportunity to build toward your vision. The compounding nature of small, repeated actions ensures that even modest daily efforts maintained over time create exponential results that surpass the impact of sporadic, high-intensity efforts. Overcoming mental clutter and emotional distractions is one of the most critical practices for achieving clarity, focus, and lasting success. The human mind, by its very nature, tends to accumulate noise, thoughts, worries, regrets, and fears that can cloud judgment and drain energy. Every unprocessed emotion, every lingering doubt, and every scattered thought acts like static, preventing you from tuning into your highest potential. Mental clutter is more than just a collection of thoughts. It is a barrier that slows decision-making, saps motivation, and diminishes the quality of every action you take. Emotional distractions function in much the same way, pulling attention away from meaningful work, disrupting flow, and creating cycles of stress and frustration. The ability to recognize, confront, and release these internal obstacles is a transformative skill that separates those who achieve consistent results from those who remain stuck in cycles of overwhelm. It begins with awareness, developing the capacity to observe your thoughts and emotions without being consumed by them. Many people live in autopilot, reacting instinctively to mental and emotional triggers without realizing the impact these reactions have on their productivity, focus, and well-being. By creating intentional practices that clear the mind, such as journaling, meditation, mindful breathing, or focused reflection, you create a mental space where clarity can emerge and priorities can be identified. This process is not about suppressing emotions or ignoring challenges. It is about acknowledging them, processing them consciously, and then choosing to redirect attention toward what truly matters. When mental clutter and distractions are reduced, the mind operates with greater efficiency, creativity, and purpose. Decisions become sharper because the unnecessary noise no longer competes for attention, and energy that was previously wasted on internal conflict is now available for deliberate action. Over time, this practice fosters resilience because the mind becomes adept at letting go of what does not serve long-term goals and focusing unwaveringly on what drives progress. It also cultivates emotional intelligence, as the ability to manage internal states translates into calmer, more productive interactions with others. Moreover, eliminating mental clutter allows for a heightened sense of presence, enabling you to fully engage with each moment and extract maximum value from every experience. Individuals who master this skill notice profound shifts in both personal and professional life. Stress diminishes, confidence rises, creativity flows more freely, and priorities become unmistakably clear. By consistently practicing mental and emotional decluttering, you transform the internal landscape of your mind into a powerful engine for success, where focus, clarity, and intentional action converge to drive extraordinary results. The freedom that comes from a decluttered mind creates space for innovation, strategic thinking, and the kind of unstoppable momentum that propels you toward your highest aspirations, ensuring that your energy is fully aligned with the life you want to create.